LG was very specific that its new G6 should not be compared against the G5 or V20. The company wants to rewrite the rules, and that's what we're here to have a look at MWC 2017. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow from Barcelona, and this is the LG G6. The LG G6 is a very interesting new approach to making a phablet. The company claims that users want two things: a large display and also improve one-handed use, but we know those goals are both a contradiction. The result is a G6 that looks nothing like its predecessors and even current competitors. The polarizing microdized aluminum is now gone in favor of a thick aluminum trim and the glass front and back. And those of you complaining about the trend of thin and light phones can actually put those to rest with the G6, as the company has even made the glass back flush with the dual camera lenses. Now, most of the story is on this display. Years ago, we saw LG fit the same screen of the first Galaxy Note onto a smaller frame with the G2, and history repeats itself as we see a large 5.7-inch display fit into a body that's far smaller than devices like the iPhone 7 Plus with 5.5 inches on the display. It's the first time that we see an 18:9 aspect ratio on a smartphone, but it allows for the device to become narrower, all with the intent of improving one-handed use with less horizontal finger travel. The result is quite striking at first glance, given the whopping 80% screen-to-body ratio. LG is dubbing this its FullVision display. They call this QHD Plus at 2880 by 1440 resolution, and it now supports both HDR10 and even Dolby Vision, making it ready for HDR content from sources like Netflix or Amazon Video. Now, the rounded corners on the display play a very interesting role. Not only do they differentiate the device from anything else we've ever seen, but according to LG, these also help improve durability, as their testing has proved that they do a better job at withstanding 70% more falls than counterparts with regular sharp borders. The upside is that 18:9 is closer to the common movie aspect ratio for certain content consumption, and it also fits pretty much 2-in-1 territory, meaning you have two perfect squares at the top and the bottom for multitasking, and LG has even enhanced its user interface to fit these squares with enhanced content. Now, the downside is that while the screen is narrower, the menu elements at the top are now at a taller position, just throwing one-handed usability enhancements down the window. Oh, and you better get used to the pillar boxes watching video from most other sources that stick to 16:9, like YouTube, for example. We also reminisce on the G2 and the death of the removable battery, which became a need to provide IP68 water and dust resistance, though LG compensates with growing the battery at now 3300 mAh and offering Quick Charge 3.0, and even wireless charging under all existing standards, though the latter is only available in the United States markets. And this is not the only market restriction, as the very much teased hi-fi audio DAC for this phone is pretty much only available in certain other markets like Korea. Spec-wise, we have a Snapdragon 821 processor with 4 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of expandable storage. And yeah, even the 64GB option will only be available in certain markets as well. And for those of you asking why not an 835 on this processor, keep in mind that the phone is planned to ship far earlier than Qualcomm will be ready with the 835, according to LG. The dual camera system has found some major improvements, now providing the same 13-megapixel sensor for both cameras, being the standard one at 71 degrees and also the wide angle at 125 degrees. This pretty much allows for the concept of true optical zoom to be achieved, and LG claims to have enhanced the software to make this possible by removing the harsh transitions, even though the software is not final to prove that. And in the case of the selfie shooter, we have a 5-megapixel camera with a wide-angle 100-degree lens. We will have to leave the software talk for later, as this unit is final hardware, but the software is still not final. LG told us that we should expect the final version of the software as we get closer to its launch, but yes, this phone is running the Google Assistant, even though it's still being powered by Android 7.0 Nougat, at least on this pre-production unit. So yeah, this is the LG G6. Definitely a very interesting approach to a phone, and in my personal first impressions, I will have to say, the phone feels a lot smaller than it looks at a glance. Make sure you share your comments down below over what you think about this G6. And while you're at it, make sure you follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.